It's so weird with those internet audiences, though, because I've like featured a lot for them.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've like done any shows with them.
I mean, that's some of the young hip crowd. Like some of the alt shows in New York are like all young,
just swipers,
mostly hot white girls.
Like,
yeah.
But it's so strange because they don't really know how to be in public. Like they don't. This is like the first time they've gone out of the house this month.
Yeah,
and they react to like they're fucking dying at setups.
Yeah,
like
it's cool. I mean, well,
it's
that's
cool,
great.
But it also annoys the shit out of you because you're like, I actually can't use any of this feedback. Like if I'm working something out or like have something that's kind of newer, I'm like, I can't like take this opinion and this feedback on anything, you know?
I mean, that's the exact opposite experience I've had with those types of crowds.
Really?
Those crowds in New York tend to be the most sensitive, the most withdrawn. They all look like they're dressing the part of what they think adults that are out should wear. And they all are like kind of shocked by reality a little bit. So they're good. You can work them into being good crowds. And I always have fun because annoying people is also like super fun, especially crowds like that where it's like low stakes. Who cares?
What part of New York is that generally in? Brooklyn?
I mean, now there's all these different production companies or production like kids. They're younger kids that start in comedy. Comedy.uo. I think it's Underground, Overground. Those guys, they put on a show at Cat's Deli. They have like shows everywhere. They go all. They're like little pop-ups. So
it's just comics that are doing it. Okay. Yeah, man. It's weird. I just did this show or two shows in the middle of nowhere in Oregon, St. Helens, Oregon, and fucking what was the other one? Can't think of. Lebanon, Oregon. And my buddy, he just used Facebook ads. Like it was just, he sold 250 tickets with Facebook ads.
No kidding.
And it worked so well. He put up a couple clips of us and like I featured, he headlined and he made great money and did great for himself. And like, it's crazy to me because I'm like, there are people that, I mean, you spent how long in New York learning how to do stand-up? And really, it comes down to can you sell tickets to get the actual work that you want to do.
Well, that's what it comes down to, especially when you're headlining, where it's like, hey, you'll get the opportunity in some places, and then if you don't sell, it's like, even if you kill, it doesn't matter.
They don't care.
They don't care. They're like, oh, great job, dude. You're really funny. We'll never do this again.
Yeah.
Do you know how many places I've done, like, especially when I first started headlining, couldn't sell, like, 10 tickets, and people would be like, dude, you are really funny. We'll see you in, like, 10 years.
Well, what's the approach then? Like, how do you deal with it? Because you're doing all this stuff on YouTube. You're doing like you have your podcast. All that. Like, you got this new manager and shit. You dropped the shitty one.
That's the approach. The approach is shotgun blast. I'm doing everything. So I'm all over Barstool. I'm all over every other podcast. Every big podcast in New York. I'm guesting on pretty regularly if they have recurring guests, and I'll go out to LA, I'll go out to wherever to do pods, social media, all that stuff, every single account, just consistent output, all that. And, in terms of like selling tickets on the road, everybody does direct marketing. Like everybody uses social media ad buys and everybody can target audiences. So I don't do that. The people I work with do. And that's part of getting people that know what they're doing and people that are like set up to approach the business from a futuristic, not futuristic. You get what I'm saying. Yeah. From that approach, as opposed to being like, just keep killing and it'll happen.
Well, it just doesn't make any fucking sense, dude. Like you do this thing because you want to get good at it.
Yeah.
And then
But it also, here's the thing, you can still do it that way. You can still do it by trying to get good at it. It's just other people do it differently. Like I have no regrets in terms of how my career has been progressing. I certainly wish there's been a bit more stability in places, but even that has like made me into what I am now. And also I'm now facing this modern landscape or modern shit with all the tools of I know what I'm doing in terms of social media, podcasting, blah, blah, blah. And I'm also good at comedy. So I kind of have a leg up or not even a leg up, but now it's a little bit of a fighting chance against
others. It's so
others.
funny when you see somebody that's like, they're great at comedy, but they don't understand a fucking thing about social media.
Yeah.
And like, it's just uncomfortable. It's like an old person trying to understand like how to send emails or.
It really is. Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah. There's a lot of people there's a lot of the old guard in New York that some evolve with it and then others sneer at it. And then, and they may not need it or they just disappear. And then others like, they just don't ask for any help. So they do the bare minimum work of what they see. Like there's so many comics that are like, it's like, dude, you might as well just not be doing anything. Like, don't put that out because it looks like you shot it on like the first camera ever made. And it sounds like you did it on the moon. Like,
it's crazy.
Yeah. It's just don't put it out.
Yeah, but there's also like a learning curve of it. I mean, I definitely, even with doing this, like it's...
Yeah, I mean, look at you got Howard Stern's board.
I'm blowing up, dude. Our Patreon has 5 Patreon subscribers now, so I think my mom's subscriber.
That's nice. Well, that's support.
Yeah, it's support. It's just, if some of you fucking listening and watching could support now that I quit my day job, that would be huge.
When did that happen?
Did I quit January?
Oh, nice. Recent.
And, yeah, it's been wild. Like,
yeah.
I've done more stand up. I had a bunch of shit on the road booked, and like I'm getting to do longer sets finally. And I just got a feature weekend at Tacoma next weekend. So
nice.
It'll be with Brendan Schaub.
And, okay.
Yeah, it should be fun. So,
I'm curious what he is like personally.
Yeah, I can definitely tell you afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I mean,
I'm gonna break this in half.
What is it?
It's an edible, or it's a elixir.
Okay.
But it will not open, it will not peel.
How strong is it? 100?
100 milligrams. Yeah.
You're not doing anything tonight, right?
No, this is the best.
Yeah. You remember when I was trying to get you to do that before the show at Spokane?
Well, oh yeah, the edible thing.
You had 101, I think.
Yeah.
Your buddy had given you it. I was like, it was before the late show. I was like,
I think so. Yeah.
Take it and see if you can rally through.
That's the thing is now. So I do that like the edibles crowd work thing, or I had that special. And I almost want to do that. Like if I ever get to the point of like adding shows or something, I would like to add that as like a late show. Just to be like, yeah, I'll just do edibles and just do crowd work. It'd be fucking awesome. That's so fun.
Yeah, man.
So, because
so what's like a heavy dose for you?
This is still pretty heavy. I mean, I can take this, and this is what I typically take. But like, also, this is different than New York edibles because I just took 30 milligrams from
Pioneer
Squares.
Yeah,
yeah, and I feel extremely high right now.
Yeah, and you're taking that.
Yeah, well,
dude. Yeah, it's like they don't.
What should I eat? That's the question.
Oh, I can give you a couple places.
Excellent.
Yeah, I don't want to disclose where you're staying right now, but in 4 weeks, people are going to know. Did you? That made me think. So Sean Kemp has a weed shop. Yeah. He also has a drive-by shooting charge. Yeah, he's got 2 of them. Like he's got 2 weed shops, 1 drive-by charge. Oh my God. But did you read? They just released on ESPN. Like there's no more charges.
No kidding.
They're dropping the charges. So
because he was in his right. Was he defending himself?
Okay.
What state was it in?
It was here. He lives here. Not too far from where we're at right now. There was a weekly show my buddy put on, Tony Peters.
In Seattle? And
it was down.
Busting gats in Seattle?
I think it was down.
I'm looking this up.
I think it was Southgate. Or, what? It was south of here a little bit. But there was a weekly show here, probably like 5 blocks this way. And it was called Town Pub. And he would come out and support, like, it was just a mic, dude. And our mics are more like kind of shows here. Like they're
Tacoma.
It was down Tacoma.
Yeah.
So he would come out and just like support live comedy and shit.
No shit.
Yeah. He was super. And he's done a lot of stuff like that, but they said in the article that somebody broke into his car and stole his phone, and then he used Find My iPhone to go and confront that person, And then when he did, they started firing at him, and so he fired back. And the picture of him and Gary Payton is hilarious, dude.
Wait, what?
There's a picture of the two of them walking, like, I don't know, outside of, like, after the, like, he got released. They're both wearing Seattle Kraken and the dude, he looks fucking terrible. Like, it's, let me pull that.
Is he still big? Because I know for a while he was, even when at the end of his playing career, they made the joke that he ate Bobby Sura, who was his point guard on the Cavaliers.
Hey, if you like that video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and follow our page for new weekly content.